day, it is soup day. It is a chilly Indiana day, and we're gonna have some potato soup for supper tonight with some grilled ham and cheese. So, normally you can do this in a slow cooker, but I wanted to show the versatility of our Deluxe Multi Cooker. The Deluxe Multi Cooker, of course, is a pressure cooker. It's a quick cooker. You can make desserts. You can make poultry, beef, seafood, rice, just about anything in this. And I love it for the pressure cooker feature, but today we're going to use it as a slow cooker. So I'm going to turn my Deluxe Multi Cooker on. I love that you get, with all of our appliances, you get a cooking guide, and inside it tells you how to cook everything, and it gives you some sample recipes. Today I'm making my favorite soup, which is loaded potato soup. So we are going to get started. The other day I did some frozen chicken in the Deluxe Multi Cooker with our Tuscan style herb chicken seasoning, and I saved all of the juices after I got done cooking the chicken, and I put them in one of our leak-proof glass containers, and I'll grab that and show you. It's one of the older ones because I have two sets. I have the older style and the new style, but these are freezer safe. They're microwave, they're oven safe, other than the lids, of course, are not. But the glass containers are oven safe, microwave safe. The whole container is freezer safe. So anytime that I make any kind of protein or soup, or, I'm sorry, not soup, but any kind of protein, or if I'm going to stew some vegetables or anything, I keep the broth and then I freeze it and I use it for soups. So I have about 3.5 cups of my broth, and there were little chunks of chicken in that, and that's fine. But all I made it with was water and the Tuscan style herb chicken. So I have that, and it already has that seasoning in it, so it's going to be a nice rich soup. So I'm going to take 8 ounces of cream cheese, and I've just cubed it up here so that it is so that it melts up a little bit quicker and easier, and it mixes easier as I'm stirring it. So we're going to put that in there. And you can do any kind of soup in here. Potatoes just happens to be my favorite soup. It and chicken corn chowder, but my husband is not a big fan of chicken, but he does like potato soup, and I'm going to make some grilled ham and cheese tonight, so that's going to make it nicer for him. Okay, then I am going to add about, and I'm gauging this because I really don't have a recipe I go from. I'm going to add about 2, maybe 3 cups of, I just have Southern style diced hash browns. I pick these up at Kroger. I always have them on hand because they're great for omelets. They're great for quick breakfast. And of course, potato soup. I've got a cup of Colby Jack cheese I'm going to pour in there. And I have about 1/3 of a package of bacon bits that I'm just going to toss in there as well. And of course, we can't forget any of our seasoning. Yes, we already have the Tuscan style herbs chicken in there, but I'm going to throw a little bit of 3 onion in. And if you don't know, our lids, you can use those. They do measure about 1 tablespoon. So I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon of 3 onion in there. And you can add also a little bit of smoky applewood or smoky barbecue to kind of give it. I'm not going to because I have that Tuscan style herb chicken. If I was just using chicken broth, I would probably add that, but since I'm using the Tuscan style herb chicken, I don't want to do that. Then I am going to add as I stir this up, I'm trying just to give myself a gauge of how much liquid's in there, because those potatoes have got to soak up stuff, and I want to still make sure that it's a soup. So I'm going to add about 2 cups of milk. And I may add more as it's cooking throughout the day. Depends on how much this thickens, because I want to make sure it's a nice hearty soup. But I also want to make sure it's a soup, not a casserole or anything. And the last thing that I'm going to add, and I forgot to get it out, is a healthy scoop of sour cream. And I'm not measuring this out. I'm going to do... that ends up to be about 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to add a little bit of sour cream to it. Just going to give that a toss. And I'll keep stirring it throughout the day, only because I want to make sure that those cream cheese melts. Our Deluxe Multi Cooker does come with a slow cooker lid. So I'm just going to pop that on there, and I'm going to turn, oh, and I made a mess on my, we're going to turn this to slow cook, and I am going to do this as on low, and I'm going to go 8 hours. Actually, I'm going to go, let's see, it's 6. We're going to go, I'm going to do it about 8 hours, and then I'll check it, and, you know, it should be fine. I don't want it to do on high for 8 hours, but I'm going to do it for low on 8 hours. Actually, I have that on high. I need my glasses. Okay, let's start over. Okay, we are going to go low. That's why it was only giving me 3 hours. And we're going to go 8 hours. And I'm not delaying it. Now, you could make this the night before, hit the delay, and it would start cooking whenever you wanted it to cook. Or if you wanted to do it on high, you could do the delay and let it cook. And the warm, it's not going to be a big deal, but I am going to do that for about 3 hours, because it just depends on what time my husband gets home today from work. And I'm just going to hit the start. It's going to preheat, and then it's going to start cooking for 8 hours. So it's going to be an all-day process. And as I check it throughout the day, I might come back and let you know how it's going. But I will definitely be back this evening and let you see the finished product. I'll show you what the soup looks like. And we're going to have loaded potato soup. You can add some onions if you wanted to. You could add chives. Anything that you wanted to. Anything that you add to your baked potato or anything like that, you could put in this. You could add some corn, you could add some veggies, whatever you want, carrots. I'm keeping it pretty plain and simple today, but it's one of my favorite soups, and I will see you guys soon. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy cooking.